Tammy's Boy Podcast is intended for entertainment purposes only. John Carden is not a licensed therapist. He is just a friend.
All right, everybody. Welcome on into another fun-filled episode of Tammy's Boy, where we discuss someone's upbringing, how it affected them, and what they're doing in life. You know it, you love it, you watch it, we're here for it. You know me at this point. I'm John Carden. I've got a crazy mother, had a crazy childhood, so I love talking to people about theirs. But before we get started, a few simple words from my friend, my producer, my brother, Mr. Cole Garrett.
Tammy's kids, how the hell are we doing? We got another episode coming at you right now. Before you start watching it, go ahead and go down and click subscribe or like or comment or do whatever you can. Wherever you're watching or listening to it, whatever help you can give us, it means the world because we got a lot more great stories headed your way, but we can't do it without you guys. Also, guys, I've been telling you guys to email the pod and stuff like that. You can do that still. You can email the pod at Tammy'sboypodcast@gmail.com if you have any crazy stories, if you have a Tammy of your own from your past, or you can just go ahead and comment. You see a reel of ours, you comment down below on this video, just comment. Tell us your stories, and we're going to read them on the air. All right? That's enough out of me, guys. John, who the hell we got on the chair today?
I'm going to read it. Bro, it is...
Go ahead. Give it a shot. You did it. You got it earlier.
We even practiced this.
We did, yeah. You spent the last...
I already forgot.
Yeah.
I want to say, I think I got it.
Spent the last 10 minutes doing this.
I know, straight up. It's a name.
Yeah.
I don't know how sports announcers do it. How they can just read a name and be like, this is Asili Ashmagandhi.
Sweating,
Oh, yeah.
sweating
During the World
bullets.
Cup, like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
posting all the players' names.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know what I mean?
After practice?
I know. And I practiced this and I'm still going to fuck it up.
All right, come on, you got this. I
It's
believe in you.
All right, first off, it's a good friend of mine, Austin comic. I think he's truly hilarious. I don't know if you still do it, but did a podcast with Aaron Cheatham for a while.
No, that's
gone.
Yeah, that's gone.
What are you doing now?
Podcast wise?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Really, like it was too much for me. So shout out to you guys for doing it because
Hey.
it is a grind.
It's the grind.
I was a one-man band. I was one of the first podcasters in Austin in 2013.
Damn.
Nice.
Nobody else knew what the hell it was, and I started the Feedback podcast at the time, and I was, talking to a bunch of people, mainly in entertainment and nightlife in Austin. But go ahead, finish your intro. I don't want to cut
No,
you off.
it's okay.
And he's looking at me like, some people don't know who you are yet.
No.
It's okay. For every Joe
Yeah.
Rogan, we have Bak Zoumanigui.
Yes,
Hey!
you got it, my man. Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, dear
Thank you.
diary.
Hang my jersey in the rafters, baby.
That's the
I
episode,
am
First
everybody.
try. This is an accomplishment,
I am now a white trash legend.
man. You going in my diary tonight?
I practiced that, dude.
Yeah, you nailed it.
That's
you
a
nailed
name. Zoumanigui. I mean, holy
it.
shit.
Zoumanigui, that is right.
Dude. I tell you what, my name is as simple as it can be. It's Carden. Carden. 6 letters. It has been butchered every way you could possibly imagine.
Uh-huh.
I've been called Carter.
Yeah.
Carter's the most common one. I get brought up as John Carter all the time. The other one is Garden.
Uh-huh. People don't read it anymore.
Man,
That's just-
every time that someone comes up with a wrong name for you, it sounds just like a little bit like
More right.
cooler. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I feel the same way.
The other one that I got brought up to in South Texas was my favorite one. It was a Mexican dude. He brought me up as John Cardenas.
Oh, what are you, Greek?
Interesting.
Cardenas is Hispanic.
Is it? Yeah, it's a Hispanic
Is it?
name.
Yeah, it's Hispanic. Yeah, we could be Greek. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not that
Because you
cultured.
totally
yeah.
look the part.
I know. And then I come up there and I'm like, yeah, guys, I
Hello.
look
Yeah.
like the guy that would catch John Cardenas. You know what I mean? I'm not.
They're putting something different in Spain's water these days.
Straight up. I'm like, although if you look a lot of people from fucking
You
Spain
could
to
be a
Mexico
Spaniard.
City, there's a bunch of dudes in
There's
Mexico
some-
City that look a lot like me.
They
Got a little
they got
tanner,
some
but
whites.
you same.
I
No,
mean,
there's
you
some-
stand me and Canelo Alvarez next to each other. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
That's true.
you're going to have a question, which one's Irish?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm with that. I'm with
Yeah,
that.
I mean, if you don't hear Canelo speak, you're like, he's a leprechaun. He's a fucking leprechaun.
No, but it is my favorite game is to have people say my last name. Because when I go to bars and I close my tab,
Yeah.
then they go, "What's the last name?" And I go, ZOU and a bunch of letters. So then they find it,
Yeah.
and then they come back, and every time that one of them says, "Hey, so how do you say that?" I'm like, "Try it."
yeah.
I love it. I shit you not, I carry in my wallet a little note with my last name spelled out, and I give it to people, and I say, "Hey, pronounce this."
Crazy.
It's in my wallet at all times.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's
And,
hilarious.
You love making white people look stupid.
Yes.
You really do. I noticed this,
You
man.
saw me host the other day. It's like, yeah, you like to quiz people on African lore.
Buddy, it is so funny to watch. And I was going to bring this shit up, and I'm glad you did this. Okay, because I know this has not been handed to a single black person.
No.
I know a black person.
Nope.
A black person has never touched this note.
No.
Okay, you're not questioning a black dude on this.
No.
This shit doesn't matter. Dude, back's good enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You're
It's
black.
back.
No,
Oh,
nobody
back, my
cares.
boy back, and that's it.
But bro, the fact that you give this to I know it's to white people, dude.
Like, Tyler, try this.
Yeah.
Kyle, you got this.
Hey, Connor, come here, buddy. I got it. Boy, do I have a quiz for you.
Yes.
Hey, I can make you look racist with one card. Say my last name.
Feel free to ask around for help. I'm right here. You get 3 tries.
Oh my
I
God.
love playing this game. I've heard Jumanji. I've heard, like I told you, roll call in college, Zoumanigui.
That's, oh my God.
And I said, just call me back, dude. Just back. Don't worry about it. Not even my full first name.
How great is it that your name's not black?
Shit.
What a choice. You know what I mean? I can either call him this black guy black, or I can say Zuma.
You already lost it, didn't you?
No, I'm just not saying the last word. The emphasis of what we're talking about right now.
It was African history class. To be fair, and it was like that. Let's just spice it up a little bit. I'm like, no, just call me back, dude. It's okay. First day in college in this country. I'm like, God
You
damn
should have
it.
been like, my name is Toby.
Yeah.
Kucha.
Oh man, yeah, but that's my favorite thing about Bak, dude. He will find a white person in the crowd and be like, "What's the capital of Kenya?" You don't know? You're fucking racist.
Yes, your education sucks in this country.
I'm like, get him back, get him, dude.
How dare you?
God, I watched it the other night at a show, and I was literally losing it laughing watching it. I was just, man, it was so fucking funny to me. It's like me going to a black crowd and being like, "Where was Dale Earnhardt born?" Oh, you don't know? Who? You're racist. Where's Robert E. Lee from?
They might know that.
Yeah, they might know that.
They might know that one.
Yeah, that motherfucker was from Virginia.
Yeah.
That motherfucker. That's right.
That piece of shit.
That's the first thing we learned.
Where's Jefferson Davis from? I don't know, but I'm gonna find his house and burn that motherfucker down.
He still has statues and streets named after him. I'm gonna go up there and fucking spray print the thing.
Bro, his house is still standing. In,
Are you serious?
Yeah, in Gulfport, Mississippi.
Oh, great.
Still there. Yeah, I rode by it. It's not far from a Waffle House.
Like the fight spill into his property.
I think that was one of the funniest things to me is that you could see the Waffle House from Jefferson Davis's house. And I'm like, man, that's not what he had envisioned.
No.
Kind of poetic if you think about it.
Oh, shit.
It is poetic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a Waffle House cook beating somebody's ass in just 3 minutes from fucking Jefferson Davis where he laid his head. Oh, man, poetry. So we always start this off really simply. It's who raised you?
Mom and dad. I mean, I'm originally from Senegal, as you learned on the show the
Which
other
is
night.
Western Africa.
West Africa. As west as you can get. We're the tipping point of West Africa. But I grew up in France.
Okay.
15 years in France.
Okay, so you're fluent in French.
Yeah.
Where in France?
Next to, can I quiz you on French
Sure.
geography
I'm
now?
not gonna get it.
No, okay. So west of Versailles,
Okay.
Versailles,
I know
west
Versailles,
of Paris.
yeah. Mhm.
So small town, about 15 minutes away is
Very cool.
where I grew up. But my parents would send us back to Senegal every summer because
Okay.
cousins and family and language and culture and all that stuff.
Is
but
it Senegalese? What's the
Senegalese? Yeah,
Senegalese.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was raising Senegalese kids in France is a pretty tough thing to do.
First off, I have no perspective, so I
Yeah.
can't even imagine.
Well, so think of it this way: like I'm the last one to be born in Senegal.
Okay.
My younger brothers were born in France.
Okay, so
But there's this whole generation of kids who were born in France. They're Africans,
yeah,
right? But they're not really French and they're not really African.
It's almost like a man without a country.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So when they go back to Africa, they treat them like, oh, you live in France and shit. And when you live in France, they're like, oh, you're just African. You're not really French. So there's always this little disconnect. But I mean, they did their best, to raise us the African way with African values. And
Was there a
everything.
community of Senegalese?
No, there
So
were
you guys
three
were-
black families in the entire town.
Oh, wow.
It was like that. I was always the token black kid in every class.
How big is this town that we're talking, like population wise? Do you know off the top of your head? If you had to guess,
It's small. I have to Google, but like,
less than 100,000.
yes,
Okay,
definitely,
yeah.
definitely. Like you could walk the town.
Okay,
That's how
so-
small it is.
Gotcha.
Like I would run from my house to school in like 20 minutes, and that was the entire town.
Was it a pretty place?
Yeah, it looked nice.
Yeah.
It was nice. I mean, not that diverse,
Mhm.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's three
population-wise.
black families.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. No, but it could be like other, ethnicities or whatever, but not really.
Hmm.
So if black kid was getting in trouble, it was either me or the other kid from the other family, and that was
Yeah.
it.
Right.
And,
Yeah, I was a white kid in the ghetto for a bit. So
Yeah.
it was the opposite for me.
oh, sorry.
It could be, no, you know what I'm
I
saying?
was the Cosby over there. We're the Cosby family.
It could be like when I was at my dad's house, man, I got questioned twice because a 40-year-old dude
Uh-huh.
robbed a gas station down the street. And I was the only white guy around. And so they would just
Oh.
come to me first. And they would be like, so do you know the white guy that robbed the gas station? Because there wasn't many of us where my dad lived.
Oh,
There was
shit.
like maybe like 5 white people.
Mm.
It was like an all black neighborhood.
You're blacker than I am.
You know,
He gets
You
that
might
a
be.
lot.
Besides the African part, but
Yeah.
I could never say that.
I'll give it to you. How's that?
Yeah.
As an African person, I can give it to you.
But no, first off, I hate the, I don't want to hate it. I don't say I hate it, but like there is this misconception that things that are poor in America are black.
Yes.
And it is a big misconception.
Yes, because when people say
Yeah.
urban, they think black automatically. And
Yeah,
it's like
or-
there's poor white folks
Yeah.
who live in urban
Exactly.
areas
Yeah,
too.
definitely.
I was just poor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was in with the neighborhood that was poor, and that just happened to be a black neighborhood
Mhm.
because it's situational, because there was segregation, because the city didn't give many funds to that neighborhood. They didn't
Mhm.
patrol that neighborhood very often. It wasn't a very safe neighborhood. All those things happened systematically to make it what it was.
What was this?
This was in Danville, Virginia. I lived right outside. Like I lived literally
Home of the Confederate.
right next to Cardinal Village Projects, and Cardinal Village Projects had a fucking reputation.
Any rappers came out of there?
Not really. They died.
That's my reference.
They died too quickly.
Oh shit. Okay.
It
They don't
was
make it out. They don't play basketball. They don't rap.
Like one of my
You and I are more similar than me and him, you know?
Yeah, right?
one of my friends, Devontae, he ended up getting murdered in Cardinal Village Projects, going to his baby mama's house. Somebody walked up right to his car, shot him in the car, and
Oh,
that
shit.
that happened a lot. Yeah, it was Dante Simpson, and then he had a twin brother named Ronte Simpson.
Man, those
And-
Simpsons can't stay out of the news.
And yeah, he ended up getting killed in Cardinal Village Projects, and it was not a good place, man.
Oh man, we lived
Hmm.
by the woods.
Yeah.
The woods was
Back
right
to the
behind
lo-
my house. We'd go jog and shit on the Sundays.
But the juxtaposition of my childhood was I went from that
Uh-huh.
in the projects to being with my mom out on a tobacco farm in the middle of nowhere where there was nothing but white people.
Oh,
So I went back and
it was
forth.
constantly going back
Constantly
and
going back and forth
forth. Man, do you have to code switch?
all the time.
Was that draining on you?
It was normal. I didn't even know it was draining until I got older.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it was so normal to me to go from being like, "Hey y'all, we got to go work in a tobacco farm," to "What up, my homie? How we feeling?
The man's a chameleon. He can do it all.
How we feeling, baby? You know
Yes.
what I mean? Pass that blunt."
But so you would do it without thinking as a kid.
As a kid, I was almost doing it without thinking. Yeah.
Wow,
And
that's
Yeah, and then when I got older, I realized what a problem that was. Because
Yeah.
I
Is it?
remember joining the
Oh.
army, and I remember being around
Yeah.
both at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that will drain
And I
your brain.
almost like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
Fucking like broke, dude. Like it fucked with me mentally because people are calling me out on it.
Yeah.
And I'm not really even realizing that is a thing that I did.
Yeah.
that is man.
Because for me, it was such a survival thing. It was like, it was being a chameleon. It was, accumulating myself or accustoming myself to a culture very quickly so that I had acceptance and had community.
No, you have to. Like, otherwise people don't want to fuck with you at all.
Yeah.
And so,
but when you were there
in France,
when you were there in France,
uh-huh,
and somebody got in trouble, they came to you.
yeah.
Well, I was gonna ask that, like, just on topic of code switching, did you have that kind of same thing whenever you go back to Senegal or France?
Today, when I go back,
No, did you have that
when I was in
there?
France?
Yeah, whenever you were growing up.
No, I mean, the code switch was not as brutal because I'm going to Senegal on vacation for like a month.
Okay.
Right. And I'm around family and I'm speaking French and I'm also speaking my Senegalese language. There's a bunch of them. There's one that most people speak. It's called Wolof.
Okay.
So I learned by going back. Right. And when I would come back to France, it was just normal. Like I didn't feel really a code switch or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I'm older, when I go to France or when I go to Senegal and then I come back here, usually there's a lingering my French accent is stronger or my African accent is stronger. But other than that, it's not really that big. The biggest code switch I had to make is when I moved here and I had to switch between English and French.
Okay.
That's what fucked me up.
Yeah.
Because I'm 16 years old. I'm the youngest senior in high school at Westwood High School.
Yeah.
And I was in the IB program, International Baccalaureate program, which takes 2 years to finish.
Okay.
And I had to do it in 1. So I had no time to make friends or anything like that.
You were just constantly studying.
I was studying. And
this is here?
This is here in Austin, yeah.
And whenever you were 16?
Yeah, when I came here, I was 16.
Oh, okay.
And it's very... I mean, people ask me, so what brought you here? And I'm like, I didn't have a choice. My dad worked for IBM, so we got a job here. We moved here.
Yeah.
But when you get thrown into the quote unquote American system, and you don't have a choice, it's same for you as far as survival.
Yeah.
When you have to like read in English and write in English and talk and listen and understand and all that stuff, the brain hurts. That's never like I didn't. And I would come back home and be like, ouais, ça va la forme et tout, tranquille, c'est gentil, c'est bien d'être là et tout. Sorry. But it...
Translate that?
Yeah, that was you put subtitles.
Yeah.
No, but that was the hardest thing for me because I knew if I fucked this up, like I didn't want to stay here.
Yeah.
I didn't want to stay in high school again. I'm like, I want to get this done, graduate, with a bilingual diploma, high school diploma, first in Texas. Yes. I'm just bragging now. And then go to college and experience college. But
wait, you were the first bilingual
high school graduate in Texas.
No shit.
With IB diploma, yeah.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's pretty cool, man.
That's awesome.
It was rough. I gotta say, like that was the culture shock. That was the switching. Then I'm like, oh, now I'm here. I have to adapt, or I'm
let's
gonna
go.
be
Let's
left
go
out.
back a bit because I want to ask this.
Uh-huh.
Did you have any resentment towards being moved? Like, did you fight it? Did you like want to stay in France?
In a way, yes. 'Cause, I mean, 16 is the critical age.
It really is.
And
I moved from my high school when I was 17, and I moved to a completely different state, and I went to 3 high schools my senior year.
There you go.
So believe me,
Yes,
I get it.
And
You know what I mean?
I was starting to figure shit out.
Okay.
From who I was and girls and where I wanted to be and all those things.
And you
it's
also
like,
just learned to Mac in French. You know what I mean? Which
yeah.
You know what
My
I mean?
game started to get better. And then it's like, guess what? Do it in English now. I'm like, fuck. This is not. This is way. You do dates here. We don't do that shit back there.
You just hanging out at French restaurants.
Pretty much. We eat croissants and then we're like, oh, I like you. Come here. And that's it. No, but it was. It's one of those like, sink or swim type of situation. I'm not. I knew what my dad was trying to do. It basically like, hey, this is a great opportunity for us, for everybody. My mom's had to stop working. She was working for the UN at the time.
Okay.
And basically, yes, we're gonna be, moving to Austin, Texas. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is, but whatever. And I'm glad I landed here.
Okay.
I mean, I've been here ever since, so I guess I like it.
So I'm assuming that whenever you originally moved to France, was that for your dad's work also?
Yeah. I was 2 years old.
Okay.
I was 2 years old. So yeah, he worked for IBM in Senegal, IBM in France, and then IBM here. And then he moved back with my mom, and working for IBM, Europe and Africa, Middle East. So they went to South Africa, to Morocco, Spain, back to France.
Wow.
Traveled all over.
Your dad must be up there.
Yeah, a company.
Yeah, it was
man.
like VP of sales.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it was like, and the thing is, he's one of those guys that like he knew early in life that he wanted to be in the position of power, I guess.
Mhm.
Like I want to command people. I want to delegate things to people.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of stuff that he instilled in us.
Okay.
I mean, he's still alive, but like it's the hardest thing I would say is like I'm his first son. And in our culture, the first son takes over for the dad.
Yeah.
Mm.
And those are huge shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Huge. The man retired in 2018 from IBM. Didn't get the citizenship. He's like, you guys get this. I'm going back to Senegal to actually do some shit.
Yeah.
So,
Well, he could probably live like a king.
huh?
He could probably live like a king.
No,
instead of-
he can, but he doesn't. He's like, I don't need all that money, and so I'm going to start a school. Started a school. He basically took the family house, demolished it, like my grandma's house that we used to go to when we were kids. Built a building, and then on top of it is a school for the kids in the neighborhood. He wrote a book, and now he's building a village for homeless kids. I'm like, dude, I'm supposed to
Wow. Holy
like
cow.
make it
Jesus.
like yeah.
Yeah. It's
what an
almost,
example.
It's almost
I-
like he's trying to make it harder on you.
Yeah. I mean, it's always been a. Okay, let me ask you: did you ever feel like you're being tested
Mm.
by your parents?
Well, I mean, it's different for me.
Yeah, sure, but something like, hey, I want you to know you need to be this way X if you want to make it, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've had that from mentors.
Okay, well, you had mentors, so yeah.
Yeah, I've had that from mentors for sure. Where it's-
Tammy's like, if you want to get out of getting arrested, do this, John.
well, yeah, my mom was more like, if you want to get money off the government, you can go see this doctor, tell them your neck's hurting, and then you go here, and then they'll give you pain pills, and then you take those pain pills and you sell them to this guy. And then once you get that money from this guy, you take this money and you go over here and you file for this fake insurance. And then you go to this doctor, and this doctor will give you that Tammy had, buddy.
There's some hustling tips,
Whenever
man.
whenever we do flashbacks into your life, we just call it either like John's closet.
Yeah.
Now I know
Like
what you're doing
John's-
this podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really? There's
Yeah.
a lot to unpack. I'm sure every episode is like another window into
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
John
My
Carden
mom-
story.
My mom was talented enough at fucking over the government that she could get workman's comp for a job she never had.
Wow.
That's how talented my mom was. Like, I mean,
Well, she's no longer.
oh no, she's here
Oh, okay.
He's here.
in,
Well,
in body.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
In body, she's here. You know what I mean? I was just talking about it earlier.
Mhm.
There's talking about the mortality of my mother. The way she lives her life is not conducive with a long life.
Mm-hmm.
She's already made it a lot further than I thought she would make it. She was born in '63, so at this point, she's up there.
Yeah.
And she pops Xanax all the time, drinks all the time, smokes all the time, and that's the way she lives her life.
And she knows
Constant-
what she's doing to herself.
Constantly fucked up, and she's been like that for like as long as I can remember. So
Oh.
the person that I idealize as my mother,
Mhm.
like somebody that would be there for me, that would help me. But my grandmother died. I talked to my mom for the first time in 6 years, and I called her because I was feeling something. You know what I mean? Her mom died. I was
Mhm.
feeling something for my mom. I know she had a complicated relationship with her mother. So yeah, I talked to her, and within the first 30 seconds, my mom is telling me what pill she's on. And I'm not embellishing that.
Mhm.
Literally, the first 30 seconds of the conversation, my mom is telling me what pills she's on, what doctor she's getting them from, how she's playing the state line game, got a doctor in Pennsylvania and a doctor in West Virginia. And then, it goes into some other shit.
Where's your dad in all this?
So my dad died when I was 14.
Oh, okay.
I've had a lot of stepdads.
Okay.
But my dad was like decent dude, very, very decent guy. Disabled vet. He was 6'9", 300 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
He just didn't move much. You know what I mean? I remember my dad being like a broken recliner for most of my childhood. But yeah, that was my thing. So for as far as like getting guidance, as to which direction to go, I definitely had to find mentors.
No, I mean that's good.
Like one of the people that was probably most influential in my life early on. I'll give him a shout out because I don't think I've shouted him out yet on the podcast. His name is James Totten, and he was a middle school guidance counselor.
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't for him giving me some reprieve from the madness of school, like letting me eat lunch in his office and, just doing things that kind of like reset me in a way and like having deep conversations with me and like being open about things. And if it wasn't, for that man and teaching me how to express myself and, looking out for me, I wouldn't be the person I am today. And so I don't think I ever had one solid mentor. I had a plethora of them that I just kind of learned from on my own.
That's good. I mean, it's I consider myself very lucky all the time because I remember my dad asked me when we were in France because we lived in the house. There's 7 of us, and the other black family lived in an apartment down the street from us, and there's about like 10 of them in a small apartment. And my dad used to ask me once. He said, "Do you think that you have that many friends because we live kind of like they do? There's only 3 black families here. You have white friends and all that stuff. Do you think that's why?" And I'm like, I cannot answer that yet. But I think they're my friends regardless. And so, because those kids the other black families they only play amongst each other. They didn't play with the white kids.
Yeah.
And so, and my dad was like, someday something's gonna happen. You realize that you are the way you are. The reason why people fuck with you is because we're like the Cosby of the, of the town. Because people look at us with respect because we earn a living. Mom and dad work, and you guys go to school, and you're good in school. You're not
doing respectable job.
Exactly, and then we're not fucking around. We're well behaved and all those things. And so, and I was like, no, I mean, I think the relationships that I'm building here with the people that I know here, these are like lifelong relationships. And it turned out true. I still talk to my friends that I've known since I was 5 to this day. Like we call each other once a month, and they're on the other side of the the planet. But I think that there is this. To me, I'm like, because, and I see families. And I talk to people with, broken families. Not that they ask about it, but I know people who have really fucked up, childhoods. They're really fucked up families. They don't talk to their sister, or mom's on drugs or whatever. And I'm like, wow, I am very lucky that we're so tight. We have our issues, of course, like every family. But I talk to my siblings all the time. I don't go 2-3 days without talking to my mom and my dad, and I only see them once a year. Because they live in Africa, in Senegal now. So I consider myself very, very lucky to be in such a tight, and supportive family.
Was it common for you and your dad to have those kind of deep discussions?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I would say I came here at 16. In our culture in Africa, your parents are not your friends.
Yeah. They're very much your parents.
Yeah, they're your parents. So they don't share any insecurities. I never see my parents fight. I saw them once in 2019, and I cried like a bitch. I'd never seen them fight in my life. And so in our culture, like whatever's going on between mom and dad, they don't show that. And
everything's behind.
Everything behind, yes.
Yeah,
and the fact that a parent would actually open up about their feelings or their insecurities or what's going on financially or what's going on with it, they don't do that at all. It's just like, hey, we want you to be a certain way because now you're representing the Zoumanigui dynasty of whatever the fuck, the house of Zoumanigui. And so we just want to make sure that you're well equipped to move forward in life. And but my parents were not here throughout my 20s. I was here by myself.
Oh, okay.
Because they already moved back to
Senegal,
wherever.
Oh yeah, they're South Africa,
all that stuff.
So they were only here for a couple years.
Well, they were here from like 98 to 2002 or 3.
Okay, yeah.
And then when they left, it was just me and my sister in this big house. And I was going to school. I was going to UT and all that. But So he was not here during my 20s. So all the stuff that I was experiencing, I couldn't really explain to him because he had no reference.
Yeah.
And to him, since he's a corporate guy, IBM, that's biggest corporate thing
Yeah.
out there. So he grew up in that system. So he's like, hey, I might not know much, but I know how bosses and CEOs think, and I want you to know about these things.
Yeah.
But when it came to talking about my relationships or what's going on with if it wasn't work related, it's almost like he didn't want to hear it. You see what I mean? I would talk to my mom about some stuff.
He was very work minded.
Yes, and it got to a point where when you see your dad or your parent come on the phone, you go, fuck, all right, I'm about to get quizzed on, did you ask for a promotion, or how's this project going, blah blah blah. And it's not until
I'm starting to see why you take this out on white people.
Yeah. yes.
Dad's quizzing you on your job every day, and you're like, Dad, I don't fucking.
Yeah, it's like I'm coming to the weekly stand up report. You know what I mean? Like,
and then you're going to do stand up and be like, answer some shit about Africa, Whitey.
But I think it's when I became a dad that it shifted, because there's a lot of things I understood. And I was able to talk to him man to man. And that's not something a lot of quote unquote African dads do with their sons when they become a father.
Do you feel like he had more advice as a father than as a man?
No, I had more advice as a man.
Yeah.
Because there's things that I do with my son that I know he's never done with me.
Okay.
And good or bad, but I think that to him it was more like, hey man, it's a wild world out there, ruthless, and your name is Bak Zoumanigui, or Bak Zoumanigui, full disclosure. And so I've done everything I can to put you guys in a good position to succeed. You, your brothers, your sister. We moved France, Africa. Austin, great education. He's helped me financially. I hate to ask, but right now he's been helping me, and I'm like, he's like, no, I want this is what's important. And then as far as the father stuff, it's just casual conversations here and there. It's like he's like, yeah, I'm a great dad. Yeah, I freestyled the shit.
He's like, I came up with this out of nothing, dude. This is off the dome.
Yeah, I'm just freestyling the shit. What makes sense? It's really there's no manual for raising kids.
It is kind of like a weird way to look at parenting. I think it's kind of a cool metaphor, freestyling, because the best freestylers have a strong base of vocabulary. They have a strong sense of knowledge of the way the English language works,
and they adapt quick.
Exactly,
they adapt quick based on the circumstances, based on whatever's around you. Like, hey, I think this makes sense, and this will be a punchline, or this will be a dope bar to drop, and then you just go for it.
One of the smartest things that was ever said to me is that before you break the rules, you should know them.
There you go. I like that.
And I think that that's really true in parenting, and it's really true in like freestyle rapping. Continue this metaphor.
Mm-hmm.
It's because you have to have a strong base of knowledge.
How was your dad's relationship with his father and his parents?
That's a good question.
So he's the oldest of 5 kids.
Okay.
It's all in his book, so if you guys want to get into it. The thing is, he was my grandfather. Well, I was named after him.
Bak Zoumanigui?
Yeah, Bak Senior. We don't do senior, junior in Africa. We just recycle the same name.
Okay.
You don't fucking, the third. Get the fuck out of here. No, so he was basically his dad's right-hand man. And my grandfather was a mailman, and more than half of his paycheck would go towards my dad's education.
Wow.
And my dad was always grateful for it. And so he was basically, but my grandfather got assassinated when my dad was like 18, 19.
Hold on.
So
assassinated?
Yeah. And nobody knows. This is Africa. It's like one of those, there's no investigation. Nobody knew what the hell happened.
This is also probably like 70s, 60s. Like, your dad was that young.
My grandfather died in 79, I think. 79 or 80.
So his death's kind of
Wow.
a mystery.
Huh?
His death's a mystery.
Yeah, they saw some mystery there.
Wow.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows the motive. Nobody knows the.
Nope. And he was respected in the neighborhood. Everybody loved him and everything. And then, he had one day my grandmother woke up and he was dead in his bed. Sorry, I didn't mean to turn this story gruesome.
No, it's fine.
My
We
point
take
is
this where it
that
goes.
my point is that my dad always understood the sacrifices that his dad made.
Yeah.
To give him a good education. He went to college in Canada, studied in Canada. So all that money that my grandfather invested, now he's got. At the time that my grandfather died, my dad was already like a director level at IBM already.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's one of those like, oh, I'm proud of my son because I invested in my son, blah, blah, blah. Look at him now. And then, he died. And then now my dad is like, all right, I'm basically the man in the house now. I have 5 siblings to look after, plus my mom.
And your dad took care of all of them.
That's what he does. Like he's like the go-to. He had mentors too. He had plenty of people who helped him along the way, but his way was always, I'm going to give back because I was lucky, thanks to all the people that have come across, my life over all these years. So, there are people to this day when we go back to Senegal, we literally spent our entire vacation. I'm talking about a month, going around and visiting people at their house because they had some relationship with my dad or my mom. Like, oh, your dad helped me with this, and that. Oh my God, you're the reason why I found my wife through your dad, and and the job I have today, I'm the CTO of this company because your dad made an introduction. I'm like, holy shit.
Your dad was literally like a network of success.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Pretty much. And he's 70, he'll be 76 this year, and he looks like me.
Dude, and you know what's awesome? Just, as a son, as a father, is how appreciative you are of him. You know what I mean? I can literally
I quote him all the time. I quote him all the time. And I told him this.
Like, and this is like kind of, I won't say new to the podcast, but it's definitely like something that we haven't really uncovered yet, where you have a parent that's like, as I won't say as philosophically strong, as your dad, but like one that has done so much for so many people. And like you witnessed that. You see that.
I saw it.
And
I still see it to this day.
That's a hard thing to do.
But you know what? And the thing that of course, you can never be ready for your parents going away. But I'm dreading the shit out of that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the amount of I lost my uncle a year ago.
Sorry to hear that.
It was my dad's best friend, but in the African way, it's uncle.
Same deal. Yeah.
And so I was talking to my cousin, and she was like, and he was like one of the best doctors in the country. Like he took care of the president and all those things. And so my cousin was like, we were not ready because the amount of people who came by the house to present their condolences and do all the stuff. We're talking at least like 400 people a day would come to the house and just like, hey, and I'm like, holy shit. And my dad helped him.
Damn.
So that day is going to be fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Dude, you really do come from like a dynasty of like Zoumanigui. Like it's like,
Zoumanigis don't play, man. Zoumanigis don't lose. That's what we do.
Can that be the title? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
Zoumanigis with attitude.
I like that. Yes, ZNWA. So my niggas with attitude. Yes. No, I mean that's.
Don't tell your dad I said that.
No, it's fine. No, but that's the kind of stuff that we grew up with because the standards were always high. Like, and that's a lot of like, I would say immigrant family type. I mean, the Asians, that's what they do. Like if you're not performing at this level, you're basically disgracing the fammy.
Yeah.
That kind of shit. Right?
Did you ever have problems with those expectations? Like, did you ever like feel overwhelmed?
All the time.
Yeah.
Because there's this constant, I mean, to this day, seriously, everything I take on, whether it's stand-up or it's the my record play thing that I do or my job, I'm like, not good enough. Not good enough. Not to where my dad would say, I'm proud of you, son. Not on that level, but just for myself, it's like, oh man, it could have been better. It could have been better, which is a good attitude to have because you can grow that way. You can really, because if you're just content with, this is fine, you know what I mean? But when you have this perfectionist type of mindset and you're like, okay, this is where I fucked up. How do I grow from that? But there's this constant feeling of
your effort has to equal success.
yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So full disclosure, the name Bakri, I said that the other day. The name Bakri means destined for greatness. And I didn't know that growing up. And my uncle told me that like I was already a teenager. And I'm like, oh, well, shit, there's some pressure for the rest of my life. You know?
How do you define, like within our industry, how do you define success and greatness?
In comedy or just in general?
In general, it's like...
That's a good question. I don't think it's a monetary thing. I think it's a feeling. It's a feeling to where you're like, you know, because when you, okay, here's how I put it. If every once in a while you stop what you're doing and you look back and you go, the last 6 months, the last 5 years, 10 years, what are all the things that I've done? And you make a list of that and you go, that's actually pretty dope.
Yeah.
But you got to keep that constant stream of achievements. It's not there's the level you got to get to.
Yeah.
It's more of I've done a bunch of stuff and they're all kind of going like this. Not everything's going to be like that.
So that goes into what I say all the time. And I always say that making it is an illusion.
I agree with that.
Comics are like, I want to make it. I want to make it big. I want to do this. Making it is an illusion. What it is, and to me, is you systematically elevate your level of work. And there are levels.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a big difference between a C club and an A club. And your goal is to go from the C club to the A club. But nowadays, things have changed.
Yep.
And with your phone, with that magic box of wonder, you can become a household name and never touch a stage.
I agree. I mean, it sucks, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's the nature of the beast.
It's completely different now.
Yeah.
And so in my mind, you know, success is changed as far as what people are looking at. And, you know, I think the UFC event the other night, we were talking about it on the White House lawn. It's a perfect culmination of everything that like people don't want to happen right now kind of fucking happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's this weird, we live in this weird society where you kind of have to ask, what is success? Because that event was a success. It was completely successful for what it aimed to be.
Yeah.
But was it successful in the grand scheme of things when it comes to like, I don't know, the cohesion of the country or when it comes to, you know, brotherhood, sisterhood?
Right.
Was it good for that?
I don't think so.
I don't either.
Yeah.
And so I think just like the point I'm trying to make is like the success that we achieve today is based on a metric of the amount of people that will agree with it and the amount of people that will support it. And
that people is sorry, finish.
And I think that I'm done, but I think that's what what success is now. It's the amount of eyes.
There you go. That's where I was going.
On
it's a numbers game. And it's a, you know, it shifted the entire definition of talent in a sense that people assume if a lot of people fuck with you, you must be talented.
Right.
Absolutely.
But that's not always, that's not true all the time.
No.
It's really not. And you can choose to play that game or be like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And I truly believe this is that if you keep doing what you're doing and you feel a sense of satisfaction in the sense that, oh, I've gotten better. Maybe my act is tighter. You know, I went from 5 minutes to 10 minutes or whatever it is. And at some point, someone comes along and says, hey, man, I like what you're doing. Let me show you some shit.
Yeah.
Let me take you on the road or let me introduce you to so-and-so. And I think that organically, that's the way. One, that's the way it's always worked, and that's the way that I think it's. I'm gonna put this. It takes out all the noise and all the you're supposed to have this many followers to make it, and otherwise we don't even look at you. But I truly think that slowly it's shifting back towards that, very slowly, because I think people will value authenticity and connection over this virtual thing that we call social media, where you talk to everybody and nobody at the same time.
Yeah, I completely concur with you on
I can
that.
see that. I can see that happening in real time. And it's interesting because you would think that, we have all these technologies supposed to bring us together. It is not.
No,
it's not. I mean,
because now we can cater to our interests to a molecular degree.
The promise, the promise that we got when this whole thing, social media, I mean, whatever technology comes along, there's always going to be winners and losers. That's always been the case.
Yeah.
But when it shifts an entire mindset of a society to where this is where we put value now, that's not, we're not wired this way.
Yeah.
Our brains don't work that way.
I agree with you. I'm feeling a shift too. And I mean, because I'm in community college right now at ACC, so I'm around, and I'm older than most of the kids that are there, but I'm seeing 18, 19-year-olds right out of high school. And I'm even seeing them in kind of a shift backwards in
We're not meant for it.
Technology and also just information and stuff. So yeah, heard. And I'm all for it.
No, I mean, it's, I think this generation, I would say, late teens to 20s, they're fucked because that's all they know. But the generation after that, basically our kids, you can actually tell them, hey, this is not really the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
And you know what's going on. You're going to find out because it's all around you.
Yeah.
But you'll be better prepared because I can tell you that we're not meant to experience this kind of stuff. We're not meant to be on screens all the time. It's not good.
We saw the rise and we saw the downfall.
Exactly.
Of it, and we lived it. We were the generation.
Exactly. And we remember
100%.
before and remember and after, but there were some lessons in the before that we can still apply today.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I tell my kid all the time.
100%.
I love that, man.
Well, we have a couple questions we
Oh,
want to
sorry.
ask
I mean,
you.
I can go on.
No. We're trying out a new segment, right? So I've done it a few episodes, and so far I think it's been pretty good, right? So we're gonna just ask you a few theoretical questions, okay, to kind of get into the psychology of your parents. We've already delved into quite a bit with your dad, but let's see if we can get a little
I am
bit
going to
more,
read
right?
his book.
Yeah,
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, do you want to shout that out, actually?
Sure. It's called what's it called? It's fucked up.
Cut that.
I have 10 copies at home. I read it in French and I read it in English. But African Wisdom Applied to Business. If you look up Bak Zoumanigui, we'll spell it out it's on Amazon too.
We'll find it.
You'll find it.
We'll put it in the.
But it's basically his story. From Senegal all the way to here, but it's broken it down in themes like diversity and collaboration, and there's African proverbs in there. He's writing another one with African proverbs, but this man can't stop. I swear to God. But yeah, you can read it from a business perspective or from a personal perspective, and also learning about African culture perspective.
That's awesome, man.
It's
Did you learn stuff about your dad from the book?
Hell yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And we talked about it, and I was like, I had no idea. A lot of these stories he told us when we were kids, but it didn't really resonate.
Yeah.
But he has so many examples of stuff that, people he's helped or things that happened to him, whether it's in the business or personal, and I'm just like, yeah, you have integrity like nobody's business. This is a lot big shoes to fill. Huge shoes to fill.
So, all right. So let's put yourself back in, let's say you're 10, 11, 12 years old, okay? Your parents adopt John.
I am now John
Zoumanigui.
Yes. So it's John's first day in your house. It's your job to explain to him the ins and outs of the family. It's your job to explain to him what he is to expect. What is that pitch like?
All right.
What do I need to look out for from mom first?
For mom?
Yeah. What can I expect from mom?
Mom will be very understanding,
Okay.
open-minded, but you gotta come correct.
Okay.
You gotta one, you never call parents by their first name. Never.
Okay.
Never.
I call my mom Tammy all the time.
Oh, well, don't ever call my mom Binta to her face, because it's not we don't do that.
Even in adulthood.
Even adulthood, it's my mom. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never-
Noted.
Yeah. You'll be served some of the best food, best African food, Senegalese dishes ever made.
What's the number one dish?
What's her best dish? Yeah.
Oh, chibujin. Chibujin is okay. Quick parenthesis. You had jollof rice? You ever had jollof rice?
Jello fries?
Jollof, yeah.
Jollof.
It's like a tomato-based
Yeah, I think
rice.
so. Yeah.
There's Nigeria has one, Ghana has one.
Yeah. I have had it.
So Senegalese is the original.
Okay.
The Jollof Empire was the Senegalese Empire.
Okay.
So that's how the UN recognized it as the best. So there's a whole debate about who got the best jollof rice.
Oh, interesting. And your mom worked for the UN, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
So she knows what's up. So she knows
I'm just wondering how they voted on that.
No, it came way later.
Are we unlocking a conspiracy?
That's what I'm saying.
Is this
No,
become
Chibouchen-
Alex Jones?
It
So
is a
Senegalese are only worried about
worldwide
rice.
renowned dish from Senegal. It is the best. Can make it with fish or with meat. It's one of those things I would love to learn how to make, but holy crap, you have to start the day before. It's a whole thing.
Buddy, of all the things we've talked about so far on the podcast, this is the thing that you've gotten the most passionate about.
Because I don't have it here, dude. Nobody can make it in Austin.
You've been still like my dad was, and then the second we start talking about rice, you're like, oh, this fucking rice, dude, yo.
I can't wait to go back to Senegal so I can eat that shit every day, every fucking day. From my dad, just expect a lot of. You don't know shit.
Okay.
So it's a lot of, I'm gonna give you all these nuggets of wisdom and knowledge.
And you better do something with it?
No, you probably won't get it now, but you're gonna remember them for the rest of your life.
Okay.
Because now I literally now speak in my dad's quotes sometimes of stuff. I tell my son some of the stuff my dad used to tell me. Well, he told me when I was 6 years old. He said, "Son, even God can't understand women, so don't think you can." I was 6.
Nice.
And then he also told me, he said, when people know when you're there and they know when you're not there, you've already won. When you have a presence, when you stand out, when you're trying not to be like everybody else. It's okay to be different. Own it and let anybody tell you different. Don't let anybody put you in a box. Because we all have, the brain got to put things in boxes to make sense of things, but we're all a bunch of different boxes. But if you choose to only present one side, that's okay. But I think that you have to embrace your uniqueness. And that's what it means to have a presence. And so when people know you're there and people know you're not there, that's where you win. I told the same thing to my son. His name is Bakary too, my son. I recycled it.
And my mom told me,
get this drugs to whatever.
and my mom told me if she smokes, your chances of fucking go up 50%. You know what I mean?
No, different levels. There's levels to this wisdom shit.
Still good advice.
Yeah. Expect a lot of those.
What about advice on the pitch to your new adopted brother about your other siblings?
There is a pecking order.
Okay.
So I'm the middle. I have an older half brother who always lived with us, my sister, and then me and 2 younger boys. Oh, 3 years apart.
Was your dad married before your mom?
No, it's my mom. It's on my
your
mom's
mom?
side.
Okay.
Yeah. It's my half brother. I mean, I grew up with him. So
Yeah, brother.
I would say we're all grew up in the same household, but we have such different personalities. My younger brother is an introvert. The total introvert, doesn't want, and I'm the creative extrovert one.
Yeah.
So you probably fuck with me more than my brother, and he might resent you for it because you get all the attention and he's not.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to do shit with
That's
him.
what happened to me.
I'm gonna have to put Legos together with him with some shit.
But no, we're tight together. In other words, we're in on each other's everything. So we that's the thing. We don't come. I'll ask for my younger brother for advice, which is rare. Like in our culture, usually it's like, oh, you're my younger brother. What the fuck do you know about life?
Yeah.
But in our family, it's like my youngest brother is 7 years younger than me. But when it comes to certain things, I'm like, hey, Tanu, I need your help on this. He's like, yeah, no problem. So when I say back in order, it's not really, but we're tight. We support each other. We talk to each other. If you want to, we don't necessarily share personal stuff as much. Relationships, I'm like, I trust you. I trust my sister with whoever she's dating, but the guy fucks around, and I might step in. I've never had to because I know how she is. But yeah, we're really tight. The siblings are really tight.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
The rice and the siblings.
You got John with quotes. The
All
second
right,
you
John
said quotes,
Zoumanigui.
John's
the
like,
second you popped in with quotes,
I'm in.
You know, maybe this is just me being racist, white trash piece of shit. But to me, your dad reads a lot like Mufasa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
like,
I mean, yeah. That's what. Yeah. It's Mufasa meets
I definitely feel
Uncle
like,
Phil.
Okay. Wow. Yeah,
Every
you're talking
dad.
about big fucking shoes to fill.
Yeah. It's Uncle Phil and Dr. Huxtable.
That's and you definitely had your like Timon and Pumbaa years when you were in France.
Yeah, I did.
You were like, I'll have wine now and cheese and hairy pussy.
Okay, all right. Let's do another one.
That was too far, huh?
No, that
was good.
Okay.
We got enough time for a couple more. So, let's say that you got caught with a misdemeanor amount of drugs. Okay, misdemeanor.
Small amount of drugs.
Just real small amount. No real jail time, fine, but still some court trouble you got to deal with. Which parent would be more likely to take the rap for you, to take the blame for you?
To take the blame?
Yeah. Which parent do you think would be more likely to do it?
Take the blame or just understand?
Take the blame for
They'd
you.
be like, it was mine.
No, they won't. They wouldn't.
Neither one of them would.
I don't think so. No. Because there's a lesson here. My dad was like, hey.
Okay.
Want some shit?
Yeah.
Want some shit? You think you're a grown man now. This was the thing. Like, oh, you think you're a grown man now, huh? You think you can just, go around, do shit? I remember when my dad found out that I drank. My mom still think I don't drink.
Your mom still thinks you don't drink?
Do you hide it from her?
No, I don't talk about it. It's not like I'm not a heavy drinker to begin with.
Right, sure.
But like, I remember when my dad was like, hey, you, and I had a DUI, but he never knew about it.
Oh.
You might find out if he listens to this. But it's expunged, it's done, whatever. But the
Be
point
ready
is that,
to cut that part.
No, the point is that those are areas where those are not conversations you have with your parents. It's more like, just don't fucking do drugs. Like, don't fucking drink. Yeah. Like, Senegal is not a drinking country at all because it's 98% Muslim. Mm-hmm. So there's no culture of drinking there.
I was going to ask that. Did you grow up Muslim or
proxy? By proxy. Yeah. I mean, I like bacon.
Whenever I was
That's the Texas in you.
Yeah. Whenever you went to, you grew up in France. So in France, did you guys celebrate Christmas? Or
Yeah.
You did?
There's a lot of stuff that's now, it's not even a religious thing anymore.
Sure.
So we did Christmas, even Halloween is a thing now in France. Right. So it's like, it's not really, but I think it's one of my mom's biggest regret is that she didn't give us she's the most religious out of all of us. Mm-hmm. Like she prays 5 times a day and everything.
Okay.
But she didn't raise us Muslim in France because that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Because you're in school with a bunch of white and separation of church and state and school, they don't teach any of that.
Yeah.
And so, but if I was compared to my cousins, mm-hmm. like they know the Quran like back and forth. Like they pray, they do all the stuff. And when I go back to Senegal and they're like, hey, it's time to pray and stuff. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to be over there.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm not dismissing any of it. Sure. I mean, I respect it all. I have nothing. Like, even Ramadan, like I don't do a whole month. I could do maybe a couple days or something. But but my mom was like, yeah, I should have, been harder on you guys to learn about, Islam and all those things. Because all your cousins do.
So that leads me to my follow-up question, which is a new one. I'm bringing a new one in. How did Christmases go
In
every
France?
year? Just with your family. Like how did you guys do Christmas? What was
my
the
God,
tradition?
it was the best. So first of all, we decorate the inside of the house, not the outside that you guys do, because we want to see it.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
It's for you.
I mean, it's for us. Who cares about the neighbors?
Well, buddy,
Nobody drives by the house like, oh, look at the lights.
buddy, I was with a Canadian for 6 years, and the girl like was adopted by Kris Kringle. Okay, like she was. I don't know what they do in Canada for Christmas, but it apparently is the most magical Christmas land on the planet.
Damn.
From what I understand. But bro, the inside of my house at Christmas time when I was with her, it looked like you were touring the set of the Santa Claus.
There you go. That's what we did. So it would decorate the inside of the house, and we'd have basically a big meal, dance party. Like we start throwing music, and we open presents at midnight.
On Christmas Eve?
Yes.
Yeah.
So when it's
Yeah.
we don't
That's
wait
dope.
till the
Oh,
morning.
you don't wait. That's nice.
Yeah. At
For-
midnight we open the thing.
For a kid, that's
so sick.
fucking
Yeah, because you
awesome.
play with it for an hour and you go to bed. It's going to be here the next day.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kids sleeping on Christmas Eve anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's just a waste of time. So let's
Yeah.
just knock it out. It's
Yeah.
midnight. Open your shit. Stay up. Make sure you stay up.
Yeah.
And then open your
Then
stuff.
the parents get to sleep late.
Now,
It's that is a logical answer to
Okay,
fucking
but-
Christmas.
Hey, that's how French
but
it gets.
it opens up another question, right? So how did your parents handle like Santa Claus?
Oh shit!
Because if you do it that night, it would be hard to like leave the presents.
Yeah, was there Santa?
Yeah.
So my parents would. I mean, they put the presents. How did they do it? I'm trying to remember. They would do it. They would wait for. Did we take a nap or something? I don't. I'm trying to remember, like how they put all the stuff under the tree. I honestly can't remember. I remember a Christmas where I already knew they were Santa, but like my brother was getting a bike, and they put the bike in the tub, and said, "Hey, Santa left something in the tub."
Okay, so they did.
and there's this bike, and you're like, "Yeah, Santa came."
Yeah.
And I honestly don't remember how they pulled it off for us.
It was just almost like the present just appeared.
Yeah,
they would just
I
wait for
think
the
that
kids
was
to
it.
be-
Yeah,
That's how good they were.
Yeah, that's
At
good.
Christmas.
That's good.
He still feels the magic of
I
Christmas
have no
to this
idea.
day. You know what I mean? That's
To this day, I still don't know how they broke the news to me or how I found out. I don't remember.
you should ask.
Yeah, that's
You
that's
should
good
you
to
should
know.
you should call mom.
Probably my friend fucked it up for me or something, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it got fucked up for me in the most funny ass white trash way. So they were trying to make it look like there was a reindeer on the roof and trying to make it sound like that.
What?
So my stepdad went outside. I had a white trash stepdad, and he went outside and he was throwing rocks on the roof.
Making the sound
To
of
make the sound of the fucking
Oh.
and we lived in a trailer. You know what I mean?
You could
Those
hear
things
him.
could have come through.
You going?
It's
Fuck, it's not working.
So like you hear one that's like doop, and then one that's like doop, 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 because he's throwing different size rocks. And then I'm like, man, this is weird. So I just look outside, open the curtain, and he's just standing there throwing rocks.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Oh, he's on the ground.
He's on
not
the
even on
ground,
the.
yeah.
Oh,
he's just throwing rocks on the ceiling, which in a way was genius. But
Yeah.
also, dude, fucking hide. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I'm not an idiot at this moment. 8 years old. I know how to look outside. You know what I mean?
like you even go ho ho ho.
Like I figured out enough critical thinking to be like, maybe I should look outdoors to see if there's something causing this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That is brilliant.
and then like I turn around, I'm like, oh, it's Max. You know what I mean?
That's great.
The reindeer are Max. And then my mom's like, shut up, John, shut up. Don't ruin it for Josh. And then I'm like, I literally found out because they were trying to convince me that it was real. That's how I found out that it wasn't real.
That is brilliant. I can't.
I just looked outside and I'm like, oh, it's my stepdad.
He wasn't dressed up or anything.
No, he was just in a fucking Carhartt jacket, chucking rocks in a fucking trailer. He was literally in a car jacket, chucking rocks in a trailer. That was.
Do you hear that they come in the reindeers? They come in.
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
I'm like, man, they're running at a weird pace. You know what I mean? It's like
One has the limp, one is limping. It's like one is limping. One got a malformed
then he
leg.
would just throw like 6 rocks at
Oh man,
once.
I didn't know Prancer smoked. That's crazy.
He's literally smoking a cigarette while he's fucking throwing fucking rocks.
Oh, that's cool.
Like I can see the light of the smoke, dude. Yeah, that was that's how I found out.
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. I don't know how I'm breaking it to my son, and he's 8.
Ooh.
I'm gonna talk. I would tell his mom to handle that part because I don't know how to do it.
I mean, here's the thing. I like it when my kids know, but they don't tell me they know because they want to keep getting the presents.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I really do, man. I hate to say it, but I'm like, yeah, I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would milk it as long as I fucking could.
It's almost
too.
like you're talking about Santa to your kid and just like, yeah, Santa's coming.
Uh-huh.
You're really
you're leaning for like, when do I get credit for this?
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
At one point, are you smart enough to realize
It's my money
that it was dad the whole fucking time?
That would be such a good plot point. Is just like, dad ruins Santa Claus just because he wants some credit. He had a bad day at work. His boss not showing him any respect, and he's like, you know what? I'm him.
It kind of, you know what? For some households, it is that.
Yeah.
You come home and he's on that bike and he's like, wee, look what Santa gave me. Like, it wasn't fucking Santa.
Santa didn't work 75 hours this week.
JP Goldman laid me off. It's gonna be a fucking. It's gonna be a deck of cards next year, Tyler.
Yeah.
It wasn't
from
even
the
on
casino.
sale.
The ones with the holes in them.
Is Christmas gonna be good this year? It's gonna depend on Black Friday and the stock market.
Gonna depend on that goddamn dealer Josh down at the Tropicana.
It's gonna depend on what Apple's trading for.
Go mow some lawns and buy your own shit.
This year Santa's gonna teach you work ethic.
Yeah,
My mom was like, go mow some lawns and buy my shit. You know what I mean? Mama's out of USA Golds. I need some cigarettes.
Okay, one more question, and then we'll have John wrap it up. So let's say you have a large household appliance break at your household home. Let's still put you
Water heater, refrigerator.
Still where you're living with your parents. So teenage years.
Yeah.
So household appliance breaks. What's the next chain of events? Like
Not a major crisis.
Yeah, but like
a very crisis that can be handled.
Yeah.
But is still somewhat stressful. Car breaking down.
Yeah.
I mean, it would just call somebody. We have good service in France. They come to your house and they fix the shit.
Yeah.
Remember, with the Cosbys, we can do this.
Right.
We don't need to call. We don't have cousins to call or friend. It's like, no, just call the fucking whoever installed this thing and come fix it. The computer though, that was me.
Okay.
Computers was me because
Gotcha.
I was my dad. My dad worked for IBM, so I was getting computers. At the house early. We were one of the first to get the internet in the town. And so my dad would bring back this big mainframe computers and be like, all right, you go fuck around with it. We had this new OS2 application thing, and I was like, all right, cool, I'll break it. And I would break it, and because I would read somewhere that if you allocate more memory this way for the games to run properly, and I would fuck it up in 2 weeks, and I'd have to fix. My dad's like, "We're not calling anybody, you fix it," and I had to fix the computers.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Do you still do anything with computers?
Yeah, I'm in tech.
Okay.
I mean, I don't like it, but I'm in tech. It's kind of like I was kind of put on that path because of that.
Yeah.
Computer science major.
Yeah.
Then MIS major, then work in computers, developer, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that that's just something that I did, not something that I truly enjoyed.
Yeah.
Because I've always been the creative one in the family, and that was just the way to, I got to make money, so I guess I'll do that.
Yeah.
But I always need some creative outlet or something to put on for other people or whatever. So, I mean, I can go.
Are you friends with Howard Hall?
Yeah, of course.
He's the man.
Yeah,
I love
Howard's the shit. I've gotten to some really cool conversations with Howard.
I was getting ready to say, you and Howard would have one hell of a conversation.
We Skankfest in Vegas a couple years ago was when we really got to know each other because we're just hanging out and being dads and all that, and we had some really cool conversations and really funny ones too.
That's dope, man. Yeah,
but I like to talk to grounded folks who know where they are in life and where they're trying to be and what they've accomplished.
Yeah. And
it's not even an argument. It's more like, oh, let me tell you about that one time, what I learned from it and how it came about and all that stuff. I find that fascinating.
Yeah.
Me too. And I love Howard to death, man.
Yeah,
and,
Howard's the shit.
His wife, Sean, I love her too. Yep. She's the best. But yeah, he was on the pod, and you two definitely in different ways kind of came to a similar place. You know what I mean? Like in life, where you're like both kind of in tech, you're both good dads, you're both working comedians.
Mhm.
And it's like he came up, through a little bit more dysfunction, and you came up to a little bit more function.
Yeah.
And it's funny to see, just like the kind of like the parallels.
Yeah.
And you guys like remind me of each other more now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a way.
I think that there's a level, and when you reach a certain age, it's like, and you've lived. You've had your ups, you've had your downs, but you don't really, at this point, you accept who you are,
Mhm.
and that's work that everybody should do eventually. So for some people it's early, for some people it's later.
Mhm.
But when you've reached it, and you know what, there's certain things I just don't want to fuck around with, and I know who I want around me.
Mhm.
I get along with everybody. That's just how I am. But like, as far as there's certain things that I'd rather discuss with a Howard or with you or someone who's actually had some experience and someone who's curious about shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you talk to one of these 20-year-old knuckleheads, and they got, I don't want to generalize, but like they got nothing to say or nothing interesting to say, or they're not even interesting to begin with.
Perspective too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I understand that in my position, it's kind of a privilege, because when people say where you're from, I'm like, wait, I was born in Senegal, but I was raised in France, and now I live in Austin.
Mhm.
So I'm a combination of all these three things.
Yeah.
Plus my family, plus the way I was raised, plus my friends, plus my personality. It's not one box.
Right.
And I've embraced that, and I'm happy with that, and I don't let anybody kind of take that away from me.
Yeah.
You know what I
love
mean?
that.
So I'm very careful about who I engage with now. So
Yeah.
thanks
Yeah.
for coming to my TED Talk, my back talk.
This has been great, man. This has been a great episode.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed this immensely.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. I miss
And-
doing podcasts.
And I'm definitely gonna read your dad's book. I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna I've got some audiobook credits, so I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah,
And,
please tell me what you think, because it's a very compelling story. you tell
Yeah, I
us.
can't wait to read it. So we always close this up really simply. It's if you have one piece of parenting advice to give to everyone out there, based on your childhood and based on your life as a father,
Mhm.
what would you tell people?
Easy. Keep your kids curious.
Mm.
Keep them
Mm.
curious. You're not trying to make a duplicate of you. You already exist. You're not trying to force them into something. I think when you expose kids to different things, like you're not asking them to be a fan of what you're a fan of, but you want them to know about it at least.
Mm.
And then they can make their own choices. But you have to feed them with different perspectives on things,
Mhm.
different ideas. Sometimes dig into, like I'll give you an example. Like I've been playing video games with my son since he was like 5 years old,
Okay.
and now he's on my level when we play like co-op games on PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
And so just that alone, we have conversations about stuff.
Mhm.
So something that starts with hey, what's your favorite boss in Sonic, and then turns into, oh, if I had, if I had like a toilet paper roll and do this, I could build something like that. Or or you playing Legos with them, and then they go, I'm gonna build a vending machine. I'm like, why would you be there? Oh, sure. So you had to keep their minds going.
Mm.
And I feel like if you're not there to do it, someone else will, or something else will. That something else is not always good. Call it YouTube, call it social media,
Yeah.
call it even their friends.
Yeah. Roblox.
Yeah, Roblox. I mean,
Yeah.
Minecraft, for whatever. But my point is that you want to keep their minds open, because I think that more and more people get siloed into their own beliefs and
Mhm.
in their own things that are safe and
Mhm.
not even safe, just something they know. They don't care to know more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when, like, I have 6 playlists, Spotify playlists for my son. One with, everything from Queen to Michael Jackson to Black Sabbath to Jamiroquai to fucking Tribe Called Quest. And I'm like, I'm not asking you to be a fan. I'm a music nerd, but I need you to know who these people are.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it's more about growing this sense of awareness and always asking questions and always. You might not get it right away, but you want to get them in that habit of talking things through and being curious about the world, because the world's a huge place. I was so proud when I took him to Senegal for the first time 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So we go every year now. And I was afraid that he was going to be like, oh shit, there's no this and there's no that. I'm like, yeah, you see these kids, they're playing with a truck tire.
Yeah.
They're pushing that around. They don't have a YouTube. They don't have any of that stuff. And I thought it was going to be all like the white side of him was going to come out. And it's going to be like, oh no, I need my iPad or blah, blah, blah. And he was like, he just took it all in. And he played soccer with an empty water bottle for an hour with neighborhood kids, barefoot. And I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Give those kids perspective. Give those kids a sense of wonder and a sense of curiosity that only you can give them.
Ooh.
Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So that I get that question, not a lot, but I like to, when people have kids, especially newborn, and I'm like, don't try to make a copy of yourself. Don't try to force them into things, but keep them curious about things, about the world, because it's a huge place. And put them in situations where they have to learn about the world. That's what my parents did for us.
I love that.
Like, watch the news.
And you know what? I'll be honest. I'll take that advice.
Mm-hmm.
That's something as a father, like I struggle with, just because, my own ADD, depression, my own, issues. I've always, I've been better about it over the past couple of years, but connectivity, you know what I mean? I was big, let's just watch a movie together. And then they would want to ask questions during the movie, and I would get frustrated because they're interrupting the movie. But it dawned on me, later on, that like the movie is not the goal.
No,
the
connection
is.
The
connection is.
The connection is, and the perspective. I mean, my dad used to tell me. My grandfather used to make my dad sit down and watch the news with him, and say, "You have to know what's going on around the world. The world is bigger than this. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to know. But you have to know that. Oh, there's something going on in this country, and then if you know that, you'd be like, oh shit, I'm over here complaining about this. Meanwhile, these guys are getting their house destroyed.
Perspective.
You know what I mean? So, and to your point, when I talk to people, and it's also reflected in my comedy, because I'm like, I want people to walk away learning some shit. Yeah. If I say the biggest export of Senegal is Akon, you didn't know that. You didn't know that Michael B. Jordan, the B, stood for Bakary, like me. And I'm like, I want people to go to bed less stupid every night.
I love that.
And because otherwise you're just gonna, live around and be like, oh yeah, everything get fed to me. Like, no. You have to actively seek out stuff. And that's something you do as a kid without even thinking about it. And if you're encouraged to do that as a kid, that should keep going in your adulthood. But as you grow, more and more, you get lazier. You don't research music like you used to. You don't take the time. You don't watch the news like you used to. But now things get fed to you and thrown at you all the time. And it's hard to like figure out what's real and what's not. But if you stay curious and you surround yourself with people who are curious as well, maybe not on the same level as you are, maybe not agree on everything, but at least give you different perspective on things. I think that's how you grow as a human. Wow, that was a TED Talk.
I love that, man.
This is kind of, I love this kind of conversation.
It's funny because one of the most powerful things that I have with my kid, they say it all the time, search it up. We're talking about something, and if I don't have all the knowledge they want on it, search it up. And let's get all the knowledge we can on it.
Yeah.
And anytime my kids say, and it's a normal thing in my house, where somebody says, hey, I have a question, my response is always, I have an answer. Always. Because there's no question that we can't figure out.
Yeah.
And also the thing that I've started doing with my kids that I love is don't come to me with problems. Come to me with solutions.
I like that.
It's like
my dad said the same thing.
Don't come to me with, because the problem is always going to exist.
Right.
The solution is what's finite.
Yeah.
That's what matters. That's the currency. The currency is the solution. And it's that way in business. It's that way in life. If you're watching Mad Men, it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I try to teach my kids, have a solution. Think critically.
Yeah.
Think outside the box. Don't look at this from one angle. There's 100 different perspectives to this. And what you were saying about perspectives, just to close this up, I think the most valuable thing you can give a human being in life is perspective.
I agree with that.
Because I think perspective is what enhances knowledge. And knowledge is what enhances wisdom.
Yep.
And we need all three.
Yeah.
I can answer a question as an American, as a Frenchman, and as a Senegalese person.
Absolutely. Perspective.
And it's not saying all of them are right or some of them are right. When you put things in right or wrong, I think it kills the conversation.
Yeah.
When you put things in terms of perspective,
yes.
Then it's like, all right, this is a different level, and we can actually elevate the conversation and talk about ideas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you're not wrong for thinking what you're thinking.
Yeah.
You might, the way you got there might be incorrect. You might have the wrong information that led you to that conclusion. And that's why we always have to be open. And it's because we're going to get information that leads us to conclusions, and that information is going to change.
Mm-hmm.
So that conclusion needs to change. And I find that with politics often, where there is no real conclusion. It's left open for a reason.
Yeah. Understand the why.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Understand the why of things, not just the how.
Yeah.
My dad always says the guy who knows the why will always rule over the guy who knows the how.
Ooh. Right.
I can go on and on, man. He's got so many things.
Well, I think that about covers our episode.
I think it does.
This has been, dude, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolute
Thank you. I love this kind of talk. And
Let them
congrats
know
on
where
the
they can
podcast.
find you on social media.
Yeah, you can follow me at the Feedback BAK on social media. And can I plug the other thing?
Plug
Yeah,
everything,
everything.
buddy.
I produce a music trivia game show called Record Play. You can follow it at Record Play Live on Instagram. Think of it like game night with a music soundtrack. So It's a good time. And if you'd like us to bring it to your company or whatever you got going on, just give us a shout. But thank you.
Check out Record Play, everybody.
let's do that.
This has been another fun-filled episode of Tammy's Boy, man. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you for chilling with us. We appreciate you being here for every episode that you're here for. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting, and we'll keep doing what we're doing by trying to make this the best damn podcast in the whole wide world.
Damn right.
Thank you guys so much. I've been John. This has been Tammy's Boy.
Thank you.
Is your mama alive? Did your daddy make you cry? Hey, it's Tammy's boy. Tammy's boy. Tammy's boy. Hey, it's Tammy's boy.
They can subscribe. Why can't they? What would ever prevent them from subscribing?
Well, that's the question. Why wouldn't you subscribe?
It's like, you know what I mean? Subscribe if you can. No, you can.
You can. It's
What?
free, actually.
People with nubs for arms can do it with their tongue, dude. You got this.
You got this.
I believe
Listen,
in you.
we believe in you.
Yeah.
Subscribe.